in a second. I gotta get ready to share this video too. Okay, we're on. Hi. Hi, Internet. My name is Alicia. Welcome back to our weekly live stream. This week, our topic is how to make an English study plan for 2019. So this week, I'm going to do a little bit of review from our first live stream of this year, where I talked about goal setting for your language studies. And then, because many of you have asked about this, I'm going to talk about how to make study plans. So I'm going to introduce a couple of sample study plans, just very simple for a beginner goal and for an intermediate or an advanced English study goal for the year. So if you're kind of looking for some ideas for how to approach your studies, your English studies this year, maybe this can give you some ideas. As always, please make sure to send your questions in the chat. I will try to check. I see many of you are already here. Hello, everybody. Thanks very much for joining us. Facebook and YouTube are up. Great. Hello, YouTube. Jorge, Youssef, Juan, someone in Russian. I can't read your name. Spencer, Rohani, China, Manuel, David, Kolia. Hello. Mind Games. Oh, my goodness. There's some mysterious names in there. Alex Mendoza. Hello. Santosh Shiwakoti. Hello. Hi, everybody. And on Facebook, Saddam and Sarin and Kabdi and Mars and Bernardo and Alex and Mohammed and another Bernardo and Tich. Hello, everybody. Whew, all the comments are coming in. Hi. Thank you very much for coming. If you missed it, today we're going to talk about making a study plan for English for 2019. So as I said, I'm going to talk about goal setting. We've spoken about this before. And then we're going to talk about some sample goals, some sample study plans you can use if you are a beginner and if you are a more intermediate or advanced level student. So join in, send a message, hit the like button, share the video too as you join us. We really appreciate it. Other people will find the video and can join us live. Good morning from Cambodia. Wow, hi, I saw that on Facebook. Miriam, you've watched our videos for a while? Cool, thank you. Cool. Okay, also, if you are joining and you have not joined our live before, make sure to check out the link, or even if you have, make sure to check out the link below the video if you're watching on YouTube or above the video on Facebook for these free things, these free PDFs. I will show them to you later in the lesson, but you can download them now if you want to while we're waiting for some other people to join. So check this out. We'll check it out later in the lesson. As we wait for a couple more people to join us live, I want to share my update. I tweeted about this on my way here this morning. There is a new video on the YouTube channel. This is a new grammar-focused lesson. I made a lesson about the word only. So only, it's an adverb, but native speakers make mistakes with this, like putting it in the wrong place in the sentence. And so I made a lesson about this, and I showed some sample sentences about like the positioning, where to put the word only in a sentence to change the meaning. This just went up like 12 hours ago. So please check this out. This is a really good grammar lesson for native speakers and for non-native speakers. So please do check this out. You can find it on the English Class 101 YouTube channel. I've been waiting for that one. I'm into that topic. Okay, so with that, I think we're about 5 minutes in, so I'm going to start, but I am going to share the video myself, as I hope you do, and then I am going to begin with a with a review of goal setting. So if you joined our first live stream this year, I talked about this SMART goal setting concept. So this is something we've talked about a few times on this channel, and I'm going to slow down my speaking a bit. For goal setting, I've talked about this idea. So it's called SMART goal setting because the first letter, can we see it there? The first letter of each word spells SMART, S-M-A-R-T. So to review, like, why is this important? So I know I've seen your comments. A lot of you write like, I want to speak English fluently, or how do I speak like a native speaker, and so on. Like, that's my goal. But the problem with goals like that is we can't track. We don't know, like, am I fluent? Do I speak like a native speaker? I don't know that. So that's not a very good goal to have. A SMART goal, however, is a goal that's very clearly defined. So we know when we have achieved that goal. So I want to review how to make a SMART goal and how to make a study plan for a SMART goal. So let's begin. These are key words for this lesson. The first word for a SMART goal is a specific goal. A specific goal is not, I want to speak English fluently. That is not specific. A specific goal, for example, is like, I want to learn 500 vocabulary words. That's a very specific number. That's a clear number, 500 vocabulary words. I want to give a presentation in English. That's a very specific goal. Give a presentation in English. I want to order a pizza in English. If that's your goal, cool. That's a very useful skill. So choose a very specific goal. What is the thing you want to do? So I'm going to go through each point here. Some of you are already asking all of these. I'm going to get to it. We'll go one by one. So make sure your goal is specific, it's clear. There's a number or there's like one action you want to achieve. Okay, second point, measurable. Measurable. So let's break this word down. I've talked about this before. Here we have inside this word, measure, you can hear it. So that means like when we measure something, we see how long it is or maybe how much time it takes. And we have the suffix able. Able means something we have the ability to do. We can do that thing. So measurable means something we can measure, something we can track. So, for example, 500 vocabulary words. This is measurable. I know I've learned like 200 words, 300 words, 400 words, 500 words. I can measure how many words. Give a presentation. I can measure the parts of a presentation if I want to. I can say, okay, I made the beginning to my presentation. I made the middle of my presentation. I finished like the end of my presentation. My whole presentation is finished. So we can measure our progress. So your goal should be specific and measurable. Those are 2 points, the first 2 points. Okay, let's go on to the next word, achievable. Achievable. So here, again, we have the same suffix. By the way, suffix, I'm using this word suffix. These are called suffixes, S-U-F-F-I-X, a suffix. I made a video about this on the YouTube channel. A suffix is a group of letters that comes at the end of a word and it modifies, it changes the meaning of the word. So able is a suffix. It means can or able to do something. So achievable, something achievable. Achieve means something like we can do. It's possible. It's attainable. We can get it. That's what achievable means. So achievable here means we need to choose a goal that is possible for us to do. So like a non-achievable goal is like, for example, I want to speak English or I want to give a presentation in English tomorrow. That's not achievable for most of us, unless we're native speakers, and even then maybe not, I don't know. But an achievable goal needs to be something that is possible to do. It is feasible. So make sure your goal is achievable. Next point, realistic. Realistic. So a hint is here in this word, real. So this is something that we can imagine and is also like useful for you. I feel like it's important to make sure your goal is actually useful in some way for you. So don't just give yourself like a crazy goal that's not going to help you or that's not going to be useful for your life. Make sure it's a realistic goal. Last, someone wrote, What does timely mean? Timely. Timely means what is your schedule or your time frame? Time frame, I'll explain. What is your time frame? So a timely goal means you choose your goal, yes, but you also choose a time period to finish your goal within. So timely means you can finish the goal within like 6 months, and it's a reasonable or a realistic amount of time to do your goal, to achieve your goal. So you need to consider all of these points when you set your goal. Somebody said, I'd love to rewatch Pokemon dubbed in English episodes dubbed in English 3 episodes a week. So that's a very specific goal. Nice one. That's good. So yeah, send your goals in the chat. Maybe you can give other people some ideas. That's good. So this is the basis. This is the foundation, the basic points of making a SMART goal. So I've said a couple already, like learn 500 vocabulary words. That's pretty achievable. Then we can choose a time period to do that. So like learn 500 vocabulary words in 6 months, for example. That's a very realistic, achievable goal. Or give a presentation in English in 2019. Learn to do that. So I'm going to talk about study plans for achieving goals like these in the second part and the third part of today's lesson. So with this in mind, try to send your goal. I think that's a really good idea. Send your goal in the chat, and we can take a look and see what your goals are, and maybe we can talk about how to make them even better. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to continue to talking about sample plans. So I talked about that first goal, 500 vocabulary words. So if you are a beginner, if you're just starting your English studies, or if you're not sure about your English studies, we have so many things that are perfect for a 500 vocabulary word goal. Like if you want to pick up vocabulary words for your everyday life, I show these all the time. Are we gonna? No, second camera. So I show these all the time. These are the PDFs that you can find. There's this banner here. You can find these below the video on YouTube or above the video on Facebook. These are free to download, but these have vocabulary words for everyday life. This one is about family and phrases too. About your hobbies, so like shopping, for example. There's some words you can use in the office relating to business and so on. I don't like that one for this lesson. There's others about food. I'm a big fan of food. So these are some great free resources you can check out if you are interested in bumping up, in leveling up your vocabulary. And it's not just vocabulary. There are phrases on these PDFs too. Each topic is 2 pages. So you can take a look at the topic that's interesting to you and start there, and then download all of the others as well. So please check those out. You can find these below the video on YouTube or above the video on Facebook. Everything is at EnglishClass101.com. Okay, great. If you're just joining, today we're talking about how to make an English study plan for 2019. So I started today's lesson by talking about SMART goals, how to make a SMART goal. Now I'm going to go to some sample goals. First, I'm going to talk about a beginner goal. Then I'm going to talk about an advanced or an intermediate goal. So, some of you are sending your goals. Fantastic, good idea. Someone said, my goal is to watch you every Wednesday to learn more. Cool, that's pretty specific. Nice, and once a week. Great, and thank you for watching. Others, I saw another one. Someone wrote 31 to get over 900 points on the TOEIC test. Whoa, good luck. That's a challenge. Other ones. Ayman on Facebook asked, is this a worksheet? No, this is not a worksheet. It's not something to write on. This is a vocabulary, like a vocabulary reference sheet. So here, it's hard to see. There's vocabulary words on each one. Vocabulary words and phrases there to check. So this is just for reference. Like you could put this on a wall if it's like a topic that's important to you, or just put it on your phone to study from time to time. Okay, good. So send your goals throughout the lesson. We can check it out. All right, with that, let's continue to the first sample study plan. So I want to begin with a beginner sample study plan. So let's imagine, as I said, your goal as a beginner is to study 500 vocabulary words in like 6 months or something like that. So you're just starting. So this is your goal. Learn 500 vocabulary words, and let's choose 6 months, in 6 months. Okay, so if this is my goal, the next question is, how do I do that? Like, what do I need to do? I know I need vocabulary words, but how do I get the vocabulary words? So a couple of ideas. These are not the only ideas, just a couple. First, you could check out our videos. I enjoy them, but you could use our videos if you like watching videos, watching media on YouTube or other things. Our top words series is good for vocabulary. We introduce 10 vocabulary words or phrases in each lesson. So you can choose a topic that you're interested in and pick up those vocabulary words. But make sure if you're using videos, if you're using top words, for example, for your studies, make sure that you are using the words yourself. So don't just listen to me. Like, listen to me, I hope. But at the same time, like, make sure you are writing down the words. So pick up the words, the new words, write them down, make your own sentences with them. So don't just listen to the words. You need to use them as well. So if you're watching the video, cool, that's great. But make sure that you are creating something with those words. That's an important step. So not just input, but also output. Second idea is to choose things in your everyday life. Choose things in your everyday life and check a dictionary. So check a dictionary to get the word in English. So for example, if I know that I need to use the word marker in my everyday life a lot, I can check a dictionary and find the word in my native language, or the language I'm studying. And then I know that this is a word for me to study. So I choose 10 objects or maybe 10 actions every day, and I check those words in a dictionary, and those are my 10 words for the day, for example. So these are a couple of ideas that you can use. There are, of course, like flashcard options. You can just choose a deck. A deck means like a group of cards. A deck of flashcard, pre-made, already prepared flashcards for your studies. So there are many different ways you can choose your vocabulary words. So yeah, this is kind of step one then. After you choose your goal, where are my words going to come from? So these are a couple of ideas for that. Then after that, how do you study? How do you study? So here's a sample study plan. So I said in my example just now, like I'm going to choose 10 words a day. Or like in top words, there are 10 words per video, so I'm going to watch 1 episode every day. So if that's 10 words every day, and I decide to study 5 days a week, that gives me 50 new words every week. So this is another point. Make sure you're studying new words. Don't only review. So make sure you're putting new things into your studies. So if top words is too easy for you, start looking for something that's a little bit more challenging. So if I'm studying 10 words every day, 5 days a week, cool. Also, inside this study plan, maybe 1 time or 2 times a week, you review the things you've learned. So don't just study 1 time. Make sure you're reviewing things regularly to keep them fresh in your mind. So 10 words a day times 5 days a week, there's 50 words in 1 week. So this doesn't seem like a lot of work. It's you just have to continue doing that for a period of time. For example, 50 words a week times 10 weeks is 500 new vocabulary words. So 10 weeks, that's it, to learn 500 new vocabulary words. Our goal was 6 months, so this should be no problem, 10 weeks for 500 words. So if you break down your goal in this way, like 500 words seems like a lot, but if you break it down into smaller pieces, it becomes much easier to understand and to approach those small parts. So this is just one idea. If your goal is to learn vocabulary words, this is an idea for how you can do that. So I know a lot of you are working on improving your vocabulary and your grammar. So you could do this for grammar too. Like, I want to learn 50 grammar points. You can do the same thing. So this is a good plan, I think, for a beginner. Some of you are writing, my goal is to speak like a native. Again, we talked about these SMART goals at the beginning of the lesson. How do you know when you speak like a native? Like, it's really hard to know that. Make your goal specific. Make your goal measurable. You can't track whether or not you speak like a native. So make a goal that is clear to you, that you know you can achieve. Start by making a good goal. Okay, other goals. I'm looking in the chat. I don't see. Someone says, how many times a week do you have this class? We do this live class, once a week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. Of course, we have many other lessons on YouTube and Facebook throughout the week. Nice one. Andre on YouTube wrote, one of my goals is to learn one phrasal verb every day. Nice one. That's a good goal. That's a lot of work for sure. Great. Good luck with that. Nice. Okay. I will take a break and then we'll go to a more advanced goal idea, study idea rather. So if you missed it, I talked earlier about the free things that we have. The banner is here, and you can find the link for this stuff below the video on YouTube, above the video on Facebook. But as I just talked about, if your goal is to learn vocabulary words this year, if you want to improve your vocabulary, or if you want to even just improve your language in terms of more natural phrases, picking up some everyday phrases, not just words, you can check out the PDFs, the free PDFs, woo, Zoom, that we have on the English Class 101 website. So I showed some of these before, but I know lots of you are working on improving your English for jobs and for travel. So the travel one, this says USA, but on the back, there are phrases you can use for English-speaking countries in general, especially this middle part here. I know it's hard to see, sorry. But this could be a good one if you are traveling to an English-speaking country and you want to pick up a few extra vocabulary words. Also good for travelers is this one for the airport. So there are airport-related vocabulary words here, but on the back is this Q&A section. This is a sample question and answer session with an immigration agent. So I know some people worry a lot about that. So this is a very quick sample that you can reference. So please check this stuff out and other things. This is all free from the link below or above the video. Check the description, not the chat box, though I think in the YouTube chat, our chat desk is sending links to. So please do check that out. It is free. Okay, onward. I don't see other goals yet. If you have one, send it. Okay, let's move on though. Let's move on to the third part of today's topic. If you're just joining today, we are talking about making sample study plans for your English learning in 2019. So the point here is to review how to achieve your New Year's resolutions. I'm going to go now to a sample plan for like an intermediate or an advanced goal. So I know many of you are working on improving English for career opportunities. So for this goal, I want to imagine that we want to be able to give a presentation in English. So I know that this is challenging and makes you feel nervous for many people. So I want to look at how to approach your studies if this is your goal for the year. So here, similar to our beginner goal, after you choose the goal, think about then, what do I need to do? So what are the things I need to be able to do to give my presentation in English? So I need to learn words, learn vocabulary words about my topic. So maybe if I'm going to give a presentation about finance, for example, or if I'm going to give a presentation about my research topic, I need to learn those words in English. So that means I need to create my own vocabulary list in English for those specific words I need for my topic. So that's one to-do item. Second, I need to learn presentation vocabulary. So what are the words we use to introduce a topic? What are the words we use to go to the next topic smoothly in a presentation? How should I finish my presentation? So these are small points, but to smoothly and clearly give a presentation, they're quite important. So this is point 2. Third step, after learning these vocabulary and phrases, we need to write the presentation. So I think this is a really good idea to help you organize your ideas, of course, and also to give you a chance to check the way you have written your sentences. Is it correct or not? And maybe at this step too, you can ask someone to check your presentation to see if there are any errors. This is a great step, I think. Finally, practicing. So you need to practice your presentation before you give the presentation. So there are these, I think, maybe 4 main things to do. And inside each of these are smaller goals. So let's focus on these 2 right here for this lesson, because we don't have a lot of time. So if we need to learn words about the topic and learn vocabulary words about presentations, then we need to create a plan for our studies of those items. So for example, if I learn 5 presentation words a day, and I learn, I wrote this twice. If I learn 5 presentation words a day and 5 topic words a day, I wrote it twice. 5 topic words a day. By 5 topic words, I mean 5 vocabulary words that are specific to my topic. So in this case, if your topic for presentation is very niche, very specific to you, then you might need to take some time to check a dictionary or Google to find exactly the correct word. Google is your friend for this. I use this a lot for translation, and it can be super useful for checking the correct way to make an expression. So that's the reason I thought maybe 5 topic words a day would be good. Maybe for a beginner, 10 words a day is a little bit easier because there is some content on the internet already. We have some content to refer to. But if you are researching your own words, it might take you some more time. So I thought maybe 5 topic words a day, and then maybe 5 presentation words a day. So if you're looking to do a presentation, if you're planning to do a presentation, we have some videos now on the channel. I did a live stream about presentations last year, and in February, I'm going to do an updated, refreshed, bigger one too. So if you need to look at presentation-related words, you can check the content on our channel. Look for business or for presentation. And you can also try to do some Google searching of your own and look on YouTube for sample presentations. So there are great resources already online for you to check and pick up some new words. So these are a couple of examples for your vocabulary study plans. And then writing your presentation too. So consider it like a draft. So you write the first draft and then you review it, look at some problems, find some problems, write it again, maybe give it to someone else, write it a third time. So take each item here step by step. It's like a draft. So you're always drafting, making a rough version of something. So this is kind of a quick idea for how to approach studying for a presentation in English. I know it's not everything, but there's limited time. So someone said, are you going to do a class to prepare a presentation? Yes, on February 20th, I believe is the date, near the end of February. Yes, I'm going to do a live lesson about giving a presentation. I can't remember the date off the top of my head. Phrases to use, yeah, that's it. Is that the Wednesday? Huh? Oh, 20th? Yeah, 20th, February 20th will be phrases to use when giving a presentation. So yes, please join that live stream. I will be doing a refresher, a big one. Last year I did a presentation about presentations, but it was very small. We had a very small board. So this year in February, I will do one. So please join us for that one in February. Okay, we are, oh my gosh, we're out of time. So I guess I have to stop there for today. But I hope that this gave you some ideas about how to set your goals for English, whether you're a beginner or whether you are a more intermediate or advanced student. I hope that you found some ideas or at least got a little motivation to study even a little bit every day, because just a little bit of study every day adds up quickly. So it's hard to track your progress sometimes. One more tip, just for beginners or for advanced people, sorry, I can't resist, is if you record yourself, it can be super helpful. Like if you record yourself speaking when you first start your studies and like record yourself in every practice session after that and compare yourself now to when you were like a beginner, it's really, really amazing. So that's something kind of fun I like to do when I practice anything. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm always late. I talk too much. Okay, we'll finish there for today. So thank you, as always, for joining us live this week. We're going to be back next week, of course. Next week, I guess next week's is actually a little bit about presentations. Next week's topic will be about how to support an idea. So this means like when you give your opinion, how do you give more information to support your opinion? So this will be good, I think, for discussions. If you like having discussions or debates, or if you just want to be able to express yourself more deeply. Someone said, can you provide a phrasal verbs list for us? That would be very tough. There are bajillions and bajillions of phrasal verbs. Check the Know Your Verbs series if you want a few phrasal verbs for each verb. Okay, can I change the time? I cannot. No, good question. The schedule of the class, we will be here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday. That is New York City time. If you do not know your local time, please Google it. Next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, good luck with your New Year's resolutions. Please make SMART goals so that you set yourself up for success. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to get your free stuff from below the video on YouTube and above the video on Facebook. Thanks for sending your messages. Thanks for sending your goals. And I hope you have a great week, a great weekend. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.